God complex. Remember the days I was down low when it was out cold, but I went out and got it. Look at my milestones, man, it feel like the Dow Jones when you look at my pocket. Look at the flex, whipping the Teslas.
We're just a stone's throw from the Delaware River. We've got some water to contend with ourselves. A steady rain falling at Lincoln Financial Field. Just a short time ago, these Philly fans in full roar as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. Pyrotechnics ablaze. They're set to go as their Eagles will match up with the Washington football team. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
Well, this crowd does not like that call.
Understandable reaction from them. That's their team that the penalty is going against. But you and I both know they're going to take care of the quarterback.
And to give this time to the Tampa. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Fitzpatrick. It's brought in by Adam Humphries. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Thomas the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Here's up 2nd and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Throwing again. Fitzpatrick flushed out right. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Got an open man, finds Gibson. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Good solid gain on 1st down, about what you'd expect from the big guy carrying the ball.
Extra bulk up front for 2nd and inches. 3 tight ends. And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. It's the fullback. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And Washington has taken a first-quarter lead. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
At the 26-yard line.
Flacco looks to throw. And that one one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
Looking for Sanders, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick six for a Washington touchdown.
Hopkins on for the extra point.
Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good.
Eagles, nothing.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. Taken in at the 3. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
Flacco right back to work after the pick six. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. It don't matter your experience level as a quarterback. You throw an interception on that first drive, maybe a little shaken up. Nice response there to get their first down.
I think you make an excellent point. I don't care who you are. You throw an interception, it's going to get to you a little bit. But the ones that we've seen that are the best, you never notice it. They don't come to the bench, throw their helmets. They don't do any of that. They just go back out the next drive and act like it never happened. And that's what we're seeing here.
So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a second and long. Give them 4 on the carry there, but that only takes them back to where they started. 3rd and 10.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
And he fires one that's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick six for a Washington touchdown.
Hopkins on for the extra point.
So now 2 pick sixes that he's thrown in this first half of play. Where do you go from here?
Well, number one, make sure you keep your poise. Make sure you go to the sideline after throwing this second one, and you look like you're still in charge, that you're still the guy, because your team's going to feed off of you. And if you're having your hands on your head or shaking your head and walking with your head down, guess what? They're not going to rally at all.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. Touchdown, Washington. Now, first quarter, and this lead is already getting into dangerous territory. They better be careful on the other sideline.
Yeah, it feels a little bit more like a basketball game where one team is pressing and that team can't get the ball over half court. I mean, they're sstealing it and scoring it, layups, the whole deal. That's what it feels like right now. They are all over them.
They start on the ground here at Sanders. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Flacco. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked off near the 26. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
From the gun, Fitzpatrick. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll be out of bounds. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much? And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Ryan Fitzpatrick taking it in. And Washington is able to stretch their lead. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now.
28, Eagles nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Takes it at the 7. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports.
Eagles nothing.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. This one out quickly to Watkins. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
I like what they tried to do there. Tried to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands, and hope he could make some yards after the catch and pick up a 1st down. Weren't able to do so on that play.
Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. Was hoping to make a play there on the return with his speed. Instead, he makes a play for the other side.
Yeah, and how many times have we heard coaches say, you know, sometimes it's not really about those X's and O's we draw up. It's about those Jimmies and Joes. And when you have a punt returner, he's one of those Jimmies and Joes, one of the best athletes. He's unable to make the play that they were seeking, though.
The tackle by Cole Holcomb. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Now a throw complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 4 yards on the pickup, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he gets the 1st down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
At the 7-yard line.
Operating off play action, Flacco. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Hakeem Butler, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Eagles get a score closer.
I'm not sure that they have illusions right now of, okay, we're going to score 8 times in a row and we're going to be terrific. But to get one, that was huge for them. That has to feel much better right now.
And you do have, we're still in the 1st half. You do have the entire 2nd half. It's something about that goose egg that just looked bad on that board, but now they've broken it.
Yeah, broken through. Can they maintain the pace? We'll see as we go along.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Throwing again on second down. Fitzpatrick now on the run. He'll throw it back deep. And that's caught inside the 35.
Don't worry about it, baby. I ain't worried about it. Let's
Touchdown, Washington. Adam Humphries. His third touchdown now on the year. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible. Fielded in the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure.
And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. Second and 8.
Down. That was a positive situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
And that is incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window? And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 33. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick. Six for a Washington touchdown. On is Hopkins now for the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half.
Makes this Washington 45, Eagles 6.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taken in the end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
That's a 14-yard line.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle.
His pass
They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Throwing is Hurts. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across. On first down, Hurts. He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. They'll throw on first down with Hurts, escaping the pressure right. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number one. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay up.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. Well, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ballgame.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
44-yard line.
To throw again on second down. Fitzpatrick got a man. It's Gibson complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. To the air again, Fitzpatrick. His pass caught at the 4. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson in the final seconds of the first half, as his guys continue to pour it on. The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And they will get the first down here as they move into field goal range as well, inside the 25. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17, as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 13. They'll start with a handoff to Sanders. And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line.
And that's a good job there by the corner. And we do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice...
And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Chase Young make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And Washington will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging into our second half blowout material. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Play fake. It's Fitzpatrick. Sliding out of the pocket. Slings this. This is caught inside the 15. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A gain of 32 that time. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Fitzpatrick. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Terry McLaurin, his 9th touchdown this season. And this offense continues to pour it on. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that will extend this big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay. So how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked.
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
He spins free. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
To pass, Flacco. And that is incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. This is fielded at the 7. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And last time out, another touchdown. I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport. The roads will be fairly clear by the time we have to leave the booth.
Fitzpatrick now to throw on first down. Flush to his right. Taking a shot for Samuel. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the intended target. And now it's second down.
Second and 10.
To throw again, Fitzpatrick. They're trying for Humphreys, but it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
They put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 18 yards there, and it'll be a first and goal. Flacco from the gun. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Dallas Goedert, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles take advantage of good field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Elliott good with a PAT. So they do get 1 score back, but still a long way to go here in the third quarter. Taking it about the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Washington takes over first and 10.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago. Lines up and lets it go for Samuel. And that would be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Eluding the pressure right. This is brought in by Gibson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So now a fresh set of downs, first and 10 after roughing the passer. To throw is Fitzpatrick. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 23 yards the pickup there.
It's a gain of 23 yards.
They go play action. Fitzpatrick. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington.
Complete to Terry McLaurin.
Terry McLaurin, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And this Washington offense continuing to add to their lead. And the kick here no good, but a penalty flag is down. Looks like he got run into. So that one will be accepted. Now it's Hopkins to add the extra point. These have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good.
66. Eagles 13.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. On first down, Flacco firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On second down, it's Sanders. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Number 26.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Now Flacco. And that will be incomplete.
But we saw that they had a lot of success last week throwing the football, but that hasn't translated to this week. But with his team behind, I don't expect him to back off. I expect him to keep firing.
The Eagles send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Fitzpatrick. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Fletcher Cox in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. They just get the playoff. Now Fitzpatrick. Catch here, left side, Thomas. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. On 3rd down, Gibson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a 1st down for Washington on a pickup of 11. They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Gibson. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On 2nd and 7, Fitzpatrick. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. Now Fitzpatrick. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It's a 1st down Washington on a pickup of 18.
1st down, Washington.
On 1st down, Gibson. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Fitzpatrick on 1st down. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Ball on the 8, 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. Washington on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
3rd down.
Now we've got whistles here before the snap, and I believe this is going to be on Washington. Well, that's a tough, costly penalty because now it makes it 3rd and 6 after the false start. From the shotgun, it's Fitzpatrick. Flushed out right. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. Washington goes for it, but it does not pan out. And the Eagles defense able to hold. First and 10, and Flacco looking to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they work this out past the 25. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. They'll run with Sanders. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Throwing on 2nd down. Flacco. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 45. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Was trying to get it to Terry McLaurin, but it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
Play action now. Fitzpatrick. He'll buy some time right. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
On 1st and 10, Fitzpatrick. And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
73, Eagles 13.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That good for 22 and a first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Play action. Flacco. And the Washington pressure gets to him, and he will go down. Chase Young in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
That right now That's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. On the draw, here's Sanders. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on fourth. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And Washington will take control of the football in great field position. Fitzpatrick here to throw. Pass caught left side by Humphries. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. A first down throw for Fitzpatrick. Escaping the pressure right. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a first and goal. From the gun, Fitzpatrick. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us, we're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Operating off play action, Flacco under pressure, and Flacco's going to be dropped. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.